Hey, what's going on, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing okay? All right, just checking. Make sure you're doing okay. My name is Kenny. If you are coming back to the channel, welcome back to the crib, big baby. As always, it is good to see you. Yes, it is. If this is your first time visiting the channel, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate that. Nice to meet you and good to see you as well. If you would, go ahead and take a half a second. Hit that subscribe button. Help us reach our goal in reaching more people. That's what it's all about. The more people engaged in our box truck conversation, the more you and I will learn. So click that subscribe button. You'll also want to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when Uncle Kenny's got something new for you. So let's make sure we get that done first. Let's get the timestamp out the way. Guys, it is June the 14th, 2021 at the time of the recording. It looks to be about 8:35 a.m. Eastern time. So depending on when you are watching and, of course, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I certainly appreciate all the support. You guys have just been coming back every day to watch Uncle Kenny's video. That means the world to me. I appreciate it, and I do not take it for granted. Guys, we are growing. Yes, we are at a rapid rate, and all because of you. Without you, there's no me. I always say I'll be here talking to myself. I appreciate it. We started this channel back May 15th. So tomorrow, 30 days, man. Boom. Yeah, we did it. We're almost there. I just got to figure out what the next video is going to be about so I can reach my goal of having a video every day for the first 30 days. That's easier said than done, I'm telling you. But with your help, I know we're going to get there. We're going to achieve a lot of things, you and I, and your business is going to be successful. I know that. I know it. I say a prayer for you guys every day. So I'm rooting for you. You're going to be okay. Anyway, before I get into the topic, you can see in the subject, renting a box truck to do Amazon, bad or good? We'll get to that. But have you guys been keeping up with the trucking industry in general? You have a shortage of drivers. You guys have heard about this, right? It was a news article that came on last night, and they were talking about, I forget the number, but it's thousands of drivers needed to move freight. Yeah, it's a demand for us. How about that? And guys, there's never been a better time to have your CDL. Let me say that again. I'm not telling you what to do, but in my opinion, it's never been a better time to have a CDL. Now, let me just say this. You getting a CDL does not mean you have to go drive a semi. You don't have to do that. But what it can do for you is give you so many options. Does that make sense? Guys, it's tough to find a box truck if you're trying to buy. We'll get to the renting part here in a second. But it's tough for non-CDL box trucks. But there is a plethora of CDL box trucks available. Yeah, you have your non-CDL and your CDL, right? If you have a CDL, and when you start trying to buy a truck, if that's your goal or plan, the first question that dealer is probably going to ask you, does it have to be a non-CDL? Can it be a CDL box truck? Guys, they have a lot of those available. Just obviously everybody is going for the non-CDL because, number one, you don't have to have a CDL to drive it. And if you're looking to hire a driver, they don't have to have a CDL. So I get it. It makes sense. But if you have a CDL license, you have a lot more options available to you. Again, not telling you what to do. That may not be what you want to do. But if it is, you may want to take a couple of weeks and go get your CDL. And listen, that's just good to have. And like I say, you will learn everything you need to know in terms of DOT rules and regulations. Just thought I'd put that out there. All right. Not telling you what to do, not saying you should or you shouldn't, but there are benefits to having it. And guys, if you have any questions about the process of how to get your CDL, what is CDL school actually like, Uncle Kenny? Call me. We'll talk about it. It's not as bad. Like sometimes, guys, we put that in our head. The hardest part is just setting aside the time to go do it. And, of course, the money, depending on how you do it. But it is worth having it and something you may want to think about if you're going to stay in this business. All right. You may want to expand one day. Expand and maybe get a power only. Guys, if you don't know what a power only is, because I had a subscriber ask me that yesterday. So you have tractor, you have trailer, right? You may buy a tractor, but not the trailer. So you're a power only, right? So you're going to be hook and drop. Or maybe you may go hook up to a trailer and do a live load and live unload. But power only, that's just your tractor. Okay, so that's what that means if you didn't know. Okay, That's not what we come here to talk about today, guys. As usual, if you see me looking over here, I'm looking at two things: my notes, cell phone. All right, trying to see what I wrote on the back of that. I didn't want to give out no personal information. But anyway, renting a box truck to do Amazon, bad, good, or bad? Short answer, Uncle Kenny don't know. I always say, guys, I'm going to be honest. If I know something, I'll say it. If I don't, I'll say it. I don't know. Here's why I don't know. Number one, I'm learning just like you are in this box truck lane, especially in the Amazon lane, because I don't do Amazon. So I know poquito, very little, working on my Espanol, working on my Spanish. So I don't know, guys. Had a subscriber call me yesterday. And thank you guys for the phone calls and sharing your numbers. I appreciate that. So the subscriber called me yesterday and shared some of their numbers. I'm not going to talk about their personal numbers in terms of what it takes to keep their household afloat, but we'll talk a little bit about the truck numbers. This particular subscriber told me that they were paying $700 a week just to rent this truck. $700 a week to rent a truck. That's $2,800 a month. Hold on to that number. Now, what I've been able to see in terms of renting a box truck, number one, people do it because for a couple of reasons. Number one, you get to try it before you buy it, right? Number two, you may not have the means to buy a box truck right now. Just maybe you don't want to buy a box truck, whatever the scenario is that led you to renting. But what I'm seeing is that they are raising the prices, guys. Several months ago, I was seeing $300, $400 average of renting a box truck. Several months ago, at least what I was seeing in my area of Texas. Even saw a little bit of that in North Carolina as well. But now I'm seeing, if you're lucky, $500 if you want to call that luck. But $700 and $800. Now, this particular subscriber said they were paying $2,800 a week, and they were given, I think, 1,000 free miles. Guys, 1,000 miles in trucking is not a lot of miles, in my opinion. Even if you're doing Amazon, that's not a lot of miles. I can't remember what they said they would have to pay once they got past that 1,000. I think it may have been 9 cents a mile. I can't remember, but the big number is $2,800 a month, $700 a week, and this is a fixed expense just to rent that box truck. Man, and their insurance, I think she said, and I said it's a she or he, right? But she said $1,800. I'm writing these numbers down. So yeah, that's the number. So let me say this, guys. Good or bad, I don't know. If you're able to do those numbers and make a profit, then it's good. It's worth it, right? If you're spending $10,000 a week, but you're making $50,000, this is an example, right, guys? Then it makes sense, right? So I don't know a lot about the Amazon lane. What I have been able to see in my research is that it fluctuates in terms of the numbers. And it also depends on where you are, what's your score. There's a lot of variables. And, you know, I looked on the load board here in Dallas a few days ago, and I was seeing loads paying $225. To me, that's not a lot of money. Now, sometimes you can get one load and go back and get another one. So one may have been $200, the next one may have been $300, so you've made $500 in that day. And also, I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, you can run Amazon 7 days a week. So guys, it may be profitable. It may be profitable. This particular subscriber was seeing $600 and $700 loads. And if you can do two of those, $1,500, $1,600 in a day, it's profitable, right? So guys, I don't know the answer to that. Depending on where you are, what you are seeing, I do believe that we're coming up on peak season, trucking in general, but certainly Amazon as well. Also, it's getting a little bit tighter to get into Amazon. They, I think, have canceled their contract or agreement with Penske, and maybe some other companies following suit as well. So just make sure you're doing all your homework. Now, if you're already in and you're doing business and you're making money, then this is probably not going to apply to you at all. But if you're at that beginning stage and you're just not getting your authority active, you're getting your truck, your insurance, blah, 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 you're just not coming in, and you're trying to determine if you want to do Amazon, just make sure you do your research. Look at your numbers first and know what you need. As I said yesterday, it's got to come in before it goes out, right? So make sure you're really looking at your numbers. Now, the numbers are going to change every day. What you see on that load board today is going to be different tomorrow. Your score is certainly going to play a huge part. And something that the subscriber did not know is that you're going to be a week in the hole with Amazon, meaning if you start Monday, you're not getting a check Friday. It'll be the next Friday. Then every Friday after that, you'll get paid. But that's important, right? You've got to front all that money the first week yourself. If you're paying $700 in this case to rent that truck every week, you got to have that. Your fuel, you got to have that. And so whatever other expenses that you may have, you got to have that first week. So I don't know if you knew that. So good, bad, I don't know. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comment. How's it been for those who are doing it? How's it working out? What is the load board and the loads looking like in your area? This subscriber was in Pennsylvania, I believe, and load board looks pretty good from my understanding there. So if you can make a profit, then it makes sense, right? Guys, in business, sometimes if profits is low, we got to cut expenses where we can. So if those numbers are not adding up, then you may have to say, is renting a truck the best way to go? Does it make more sense for me to buy a truck and not paying nowhere near this? It's $2,800. If you get a truck that you purchase and you're paying $800 a month, $900 a month, or even $1,000, you're saving $1,800 with this scenario. So I'm not telling you guys what to do. What I am encouraging you to do is your research and check the numbers out and make sure you can be profitable if you're going to do Amazon. Okay? Even if you're doing over the road, you want to, check your numbers out. So good, bad, Uncle Kenny can't tell you that. I don't know what Amazon look in your area. So something you're going to have to dive a little bit more into and see if it's going to be a good fit for you, man. If you have a truck expense, and we talked about this yesterday. If you missed that video, definitely go back and check it out. I don't know what it costs you to run your household every month. Then what it's going to cost you to run your trucking business every month. Whatever that number is, how much money are you making? Is that profitable? It's really simple, guys. Math is math. And so, yeah, a little bit about Amazon. And again, I don't know a lot about Amazon. I do know that there are a lot of people doing very well at Amazon. I do know it's getting saturated. It is getting saturated. Amazon's got a lot of their own trucks. They're starting to do a lot of this themselves, not to discourage you or scare you, but it's a lot of companies that's doing that. They hire owner operators to move their freight, but they still have trucks of their own. But it is getting saturated, and there is a shortage on these box trucks. They're renting the trucks. They're taxing you guys higher for several reasons: supply and demand, wear and tear on their trucks. They don't have any trucks for people coming in just to rent them for normal day-to-day activity, moving and things of that nature. So make sure you're doing your homework. And I probably have said that in every single one of my videos, at least the majority of them. That's all I have for you guys today. Keep those emails and questions coming and phone calls, as well as always. All of my contact information is linked in the description below, whether you want to send Uncle Kenny an email or give me a call or what have you. We're going to try to pump out a quick one tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I will be traveling to Texas to go get some things done with my box truck. And I also mentioned a subscriber a few days ago was going to try to link up with me. He was asking a question about doing a ride along. And so I think he's going to try to meet me and just link up, just kind of see my box truck and get a feel for it. And we may even hit a couple of corners together. So, and I'll bring that to you as well. It's going to either be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or maybe all three of those days, just depending on how good it gets to me. But we'll have some fun. I don't think we've done a review of my truck, and I don't think we've done anything in my truck since the first video we did back on the 15th. So that'll be pretty fun. Guys, we're almost at 15 minutes. I want to hold you. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Go out and make it a great Monday. If you have any questions, you know how to reach Uncle Kenny, right? Tough times don't last forever, guys. Tough people always do. Money does not come with instructions. So you need to be smart in your decision-making process. Be disciplined, be patient, have a plan, and you'll be okay. Do your research. All right? Thanks for watching. Take care. Don't forget to subscribe.